Hi everyone. So this month's vlog in Three Bears Kitchen is about family meal times and family cooking, getting the children involved. So what I'm hoping to do is to bring you some easy recipes that the kids will like, and also they could get involved with cooking. So today's recipe, which actually I'm going to make for our tea tonight, is meatballs. So I think this is probably a firm favourite in most family homes. My children and my husband absolutely love meatballs. So I'm using some pork mince, and then I've got some different herbs. I've got an onion and some garlic and passata. So I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to do. So first of all, I'm going to chop the onion. Now I tend to use red onions just because I personally prefer them, but you can use a white onion, that's fine. So I'm cutting it, so I want to cut it really fine because I don't know about you, but my children are quite picky when it comes to onions in their food. So all I'm doing is slicing it like that way, and then I'm going to do really carefully slice there, and then that will give us some really nice fine bits of onion. Okay, and then we've got our garlic. So all I tend to do is just top and tail the garlic, peel off the skin, and then I'm going to again just finely chop this up, and so cut it into slices, and then I use my knife like this. Again, you know, this is great because the kids can help you do this, you know, with the older ones. It's good to teach them some knife skills as well. So I've got the onion, just do this other half. So that's our onion and garlic done really quickly. Okay, so what I've done is I've put the red onion and the chopped up garlic into my slow cooker, and I've added a jar of passata here, and what I did, I just filled it with some water just to get rid of any extra left in the bottle. Okay, is obviously you go on to add to your tomato sauce, you want to add salt and pepper. I've got parsley, basil and thyme. Basil's lovely with tomato, so definitely put that one in. So once you've done that, just leave that in there, and then we're going to get started on making our meatballs. Now this is great for kids if they want to have a go. Just obviously make sure they don't put their fingers in the mouth, but you know, it's great because you want to get your hands in, you want to get a little bit messy. Okay, so I've got my pork mince. You can use turkey mince or beef mince, whatever you prefer. So I've got 2 eggs in here, salt and pepper, and some thyme. So I'm just kind of mixing the egg around at the moment just to kind of make sure everything covers, so it all sticks, mixing the herbs. So what we're going to do with our meatballs is I'll put them in a pan to saute them just so they're nice and brown. It's probably actually easier just doing it with your hands. So just get your hands in there and just make sure that eggs mixed in so they hold their shape. So we just make sure it's all coated. And then we just start, once we've done that, we just start making our balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them, so roll them into a ball. You can make them as big or as little as you like. It's entirely up to you. And then we put them into a pan, and then all we're going to do is just fry them until they're browned. Okay, because what we don't want to happen is obviously we're going to put them in the slow cooker. So the slow cooker, they're going to cook for about 5 hours on low. So what you don't want is for them to fall apart essentially. If you don't want to cook it in the slow cooker or don't have one, if you want to cook it, so you can cook it on the hob, I would let them simmer on a low heat once you've browned them off in the sauce for about sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, just to get those flavours into the sauce. Or if you wanted to do it in the oven, I'd put them in for about an hour in the sauce, because what you want is all the flavours from the meat to go really nicely into the sauce and to make it really flavourful. Always my tip, so when you're cooking, so when they're nearly done, just obviously it's maybe like half an hour before they're due to be ready, just try the sauce, as you might find that, you know, you might need a bit more salt and pepper, you might need a bit more sort of, you know, basil, you know, herbs. The other thing I do with my sauce is I always put in a little pinch of sugar, because it just takes the acidity away from the tomatoes. And I crumble up a beef stock cube as well. But like I say, I'll write everything down on the notes so it's easy for you to follow it. Okay, so nearly done here. So once we've got all our meatballs, or as many as you can fit in the pan, what you're going to do is you're just going to brown them off just for a few minutes, just so the meatballs are nice and brown. So as you can see, what I've done now is I've browned off my meatballs a little bit, and I've just transferred them into the slow cooker. So all I do now is put the lid on and then leave it for 5 hours, and job done. So we've made our meatballs and they're in the slow cooker all ready to cook, and they'll be ready in about 5 hours. Like I say, you can do this on the hob or in the oven if you prefer. What I'll do is I'll put everything in the notes so you can replicate this and make it. It's so simple to make. The kids can help you, and you know, it's just really with my theme, you know, let's get our children, teaching them life skills, teaching them how to cook. Okay, right then, so I'll post a pic as well later of our finished product. So with your meatballs, you can either have it with pasta, you could have it with rice, jacket potatoes, or couscous, so whatever you like really, maybe a bit of garlic bread. Okay then, right, well, it's lovely to see you all, and I'll see you again next week.